So what I want to do, so let's walk the people through your website.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, just
Okay.
one. Let me reiterate something though that I didn't mention. And I'll probably mention it a couple times because it's something I'm very proud of. So you have, if you look at a lot of gambling sites, you have all these huge deposit bonuses and stuff. And most people, you're never going to attain those bonuses. It's just really a BS commercial, really, and I hate it.
Okay.
So what I've came up with, and it took me a while, and I said, how can I kind of share where everybody could possibly make a lot of money? And so I came up with an exclusive referral system, the first in the industry. Okay. And what I do is, for as long as a player is an active player, which means all of our pools are $10 for one entry. Okay. So as long as a player is an active player for a calendar week, if they refer 1 or 100 people or whatever it is, any of their referees, if they win or share a pool or pools, the referrer gets 5% of that referees prize pool, which is huge. So I don't want to give too much away, but we're in some negotiations with some big people right now, and I have some people that think that they can put like thousands of people on the website. They're looking at the website right now as more things are being developed, and they like what we're doing. So for example, if somebody's said they could put 20,000 people on the website. Well, obviously, if you multiply 20,000 times 10, that would be 200,000. So you can see where if you're referring people and one of your referees wins a pool and that pool's $200,000, you're going to make $10,000 for just a referral. Well, that's real money that, possibly could enhance somebody's life. And I'm trying to give back to everybody if they understand what I've devised and came up with. So I hope that really takes off, and I think it's going to really take off in the future.
Well, especially like, I know you giving me myself a referral code. So, anybody that I give it to and they happen to win, just like anybody, like I say, I hope that, you win the money if you have a chance to, but also just be mindful, like, hey, what kind of good can I do with this money? Don't just keep it all for yourself. You still want to give back, especially like when I do with my youth basketball, my training, the coaching that I do, that, that's a great avenue to pass that down to. If you have a church that you're involved with, you want to give back to your church, that's a perfect opportunity for that too as well. Or like you just talked about earlier off camera, if you want to have this as a secondary income to help yourself, for vacations or, anything like that, taking care of your family, then that's always a good thing too as well.
I've given the avenue. I always have used this line with you before. Remember, I said, "Are you the conductor of the train or are you the caboose?" Right? And the conductor can take that train wherever it wants to go. So I'm giving you a train here to take this train wherever you want it to go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So whether you refer one, I can't tell you how much anyone's going to refer, but I hope people can actually go out and refer some people. But that is right there, 100% transparent. And your referrals are actually tracked both on the back end. I get to look at it, and as a user, you get to see your referrals on the front end.
So like if John gets on, I can see what John's doing.
No, what I'm saying is if you, so you have your own exclusive referral code, anyone that you refer. So if John comes under you, well, actually, I think you said that correct here. So if John then comes under your referral code, you'll actually see if he's active that week and know that, he's in some pools or he's not playing or whatever. So say, for example, you had a bad week of handicapping. I've been there. We all sometimes can't handicap worth what. And, but one of your referrals is having a good week. You can actually, as we point out some stuff, you'll actually be able to see and track what they're doing and go, hey man, he's got a shot to win the pool. And you may be getting some money on the same time for somebody else. So it's kind of like you get some sweat equity from referring people, which is the first in the industry. Okay. At least I think it's a first in the industry, which is really awesome. At least where I think I've designed something that just, I hope is going to really take off.
Absolutely.
So but we can walk through from a whole process to see how simplified it is. There are some things that are still being built out on the website right now because we literally just launched a few weeks ago, and we're getting ready to move over to our own dedicated servers. So sometimes the developers have a little issue here and there. So it's usually something minor, but as we transition to the servers and all the other measures that we have to do, whole bunch of things are going to be occurring here in the next 3 to 5 days. But yeah, so
we're on. This will be the home page for everybody that's watching, and so Murray, walk us through it. So as you can see up here at the top, we got the home, about us, how to play, pools, rules, and conditions. Of course, your referrals.
Yes, sir.
Your questions, and then you got your apparel coming soon, and then where you can contact everybody at. Let me go back to the home page.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go to the home page, if you so as a new person here, you've already registered. Okay. So if you were a new person and using DeMarcus's referral code, okay, you can actually, even if you don't even like to socialize with people, you can actually, we have a way that you can put like people's emails in there, and it automatically generates a nice professional email to your friends. So if you want to try to sign them up that way, you can. If you don't want to talk to them in person, show them whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, so if they register, you know, you just click on register and follow all the information that you have to fill out. We do not, let me emphasize this, do not sell anyone's information, nor will ever put anyone's real name anywhere. So on our social platforms, if you win something, we always have a congratulatory email, and we would just say user, whatever user name is, has won XYZ pool. So never your real name gets put out anywhere. If you want to do that, you can. It doesn't matter to me, but we don't do anything like that. So we just say username, and we hope that people, you know, if you win something or have good things to say about the website, you know, hopefully you share everything on any of the other social media platforms that you're involved with.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me log in here real quick and kind of walk people through. So this is your login process right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in real quick. All right. And then, so here's my account.
Yes, sir.
All right. So then now we want to go back to the home screen.
You can. So if you can go to the home screen here. So when you sign in, okay, you automatically have a pop-up window. So you can see DeMarcus has his own specific referral code. So he can click invite, and that could take it to where he could send an email to whoever he wants to send to. Or if he knows that that's there, he can close that window. Okay. And then, so if you have money already in your account, which you could check your account, and I know he does, so you would just go to the pools area in the drop-down menu.
Okay, so right here, pool, yep.
Yes, sir, and it says open pools and results. So we're going to click on open pools, and that tells the consumer what pools we have right now. So right now we have 3 live active pools. We have an NFL, college football, and a hockey. It's preseason, and we're doing some testing to make sure that the hockey pools are working correctly. So for example, we're going to click on, if you notice there's a timer on there, and that clock is universal. So I don't care where a consumer is, that clock will adjust, and everything is coded to Central Time. So if somebody's in Munich, Germany, it's going to change to wherever they are and tells them how much time's left before that pool actually closes. So if they want to play the NFL pool on Saturday or Sunday, excuse me, so you would click on the NFL pool. And all of our pools have no spreads. It's just straight up picking. Okay. So just pick the winner. You don't have to worry about how much a spread is or anything like that. Just a straight up pick.
I'm trying to click on it.
Should click it right in the middle. Is it the Wi-Fi?
No, it's just
anywhere in there. It should work. There we go. Okay. All right. So if you look up into, I'm going to have to point out. So if you look up into the banner area there, all right, so we have an area there that constantly is perpetual in the amount of how much the estimated prize pool is. So every time somebody comes in and puts an entry in and it's paid for, that money changes. And that'll actually increase throughout the week. Okay. And eventually, my goal is to have these pools into over $1 million. So, you know, if you are a referral and your referee wins, that's $50,000 in your pocket. So, you know, you have to be patient because we just launched. So it's going to take us a little bit to start getting the pools up, but they'll start increasing very soon. So we have it designed where all you do, you can pick whichever teams and try to pick correctly here. Don't just pick them. It would actually highlight.
Okay, there you go.
So if you notice, there's a box in the middle of where the matches are. Okay, so the developers and I have designed this where instead of some people will put more than a $10 entry in. They may want to put in $40 or $80. Okay? So sometimes you have some tough matchups and you're like, man, I don't know who the hell's going to win this game, right? So we have it set up where you can just click box on that match.
Okay.
So instead of putting 2 separate entries in or more, it automatically calculates it for you. Okay. And so as we get into something down the road, you'll see it's a 1-line entry on the master spreadsheet instead of multiple single entries. Okay. So it's much more convenient. You just go click, 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 and your entry's in. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a couple, maybe a minute or two to figure out. Y'all to see who DeMarcus is going to pick live here. Don't laugh too hard at him. But,
I mean, it's kind of no brainers, you know. Got to go with my Detroit Lions. My boy, he said he wanted to know what you think about the Lions right now, man.
I think they're good. I like them. They can score.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Here. And then I'm going to go here, and here.
Yep. And so if you scroll up to the top, it'll say pay ticket. Now, once you click pay ticket, that's it. There is no refunds, nothing. This is in.
So go back.
You can just,
hit play ticket. I'm good with that.
There, it's in.
There you go.
Okay. So now that you have an entry in for this Sunday, okay, so we're just going to kind of fast forward now. So that's the gist of the whole pools in this sense of these pick'em pools. That's how fast and easy it was to navigate to put an entry in. Okay. So now we're going to fast forward and say that Sunday at 12 o'clock when this pool would close. Okay. We're going to just pretend that the pools close on Sunday and we're going to go to the results area now. Okay.
Go back up here, go to results.
Yep. So what we're going to do when we go to the results area, we're going to do like last week's NFL pool and pretend it's this week's, if that makes sense, if y'all can follow with me here. All right. So up here where it says here, we're going to go back on the drop down and go back to 7 days. Okay. And then click submit. So this shows some of the prior pools, and scroll down to the prior NFL one.
Right here at the bottom.
And then it'll say download spreadsheet. Okay. So here's where the transparency comes into place. So immediately, as soon as the pool closes, this gets produced and it shows every single user immediately what you've chosen and who you are or whatever. You may know some of the users, you may not, I don't know. Obviously, if you referred somebody, you see them playing, you would know who it is. So all the green and red that you see, you would not see that when the pool closed because this is already a closed pool and it already had the results inputted. So then the website calculates everything. It's just waiting for me to put the results in. And then once the results are in, it tabs everything and says, okay, here you go. These are the winners, and it extracts who the winners are, how many out of whatever games, matches, what they had, and everything's posted right there. And that's where the 100% transparency comes through. It's really neat because everything is instant. So nobody is ever going to say that somebody can cheat because I'm telling you, I'm the owner.
So you're giving people access to see what's going on
100%
in the pool.
If you want to export this to a file, double check it. So obviously there was only 15, 16 entries, whatever it was, but we're going to grow here real quick. All right. So people are kind of going to be able to get in on the ground floor. So it doesn't matter which pool it is or whatever. So that transparency is across the board on everything.
Absolutely.
So, you can't, we have an NFL survivor pool going on right now, but you can't because you weren't involved with it originally. You could only see some results. But if you were one of the original
you can see entries, you can see everything.
You should really see how that works because there's a timer, it closes out stuff, all kinds of stuff. It's really neat how that was designed. But so we'll have that for hockey coming up. So
y'all gonna do NBA? Okay.
Yeah.
The NBA.
So you'll have just like that. It'll be NBA once again. Won't be any spreads. Just straight up pick them and whatever the card is that I put out.
This is good. I mean, good timing too for you too to be launching like you're doing because we're getting into that peak of the year where like everything's going on. You got the baseball playoffs, you got hockey starting back up, NBA starting back up, NFL getting going, college football going, and then eventually you come back around. You have all the other sports, tennis,
college basketball
back around. Yeah, so you'll have so much going on. That's going to make more and more people generate, opportunities for games too. For real,
soccer is going to be humongous.
Especially once the World Cup comes back around. And all that too.
We actually have a pool that's getting designed right now in soccer that's a little bit different. That's going to be, I think it's going to be kick butt.
Okay.
Really is. As far as moving forward with so that's the majority of the website right there. Eventually you'll see it when you click on open pools, there's probably going to be 6, 8, 10 different open pools. We're going to have head-to-head matches. We're going to have pools where like I put in like prop type of bets in the pool. So like say, Josh Allen this week, will he throw more than 300.5 yards over or under on it, and you pick which way you think he's going to have, a running backs comparison, things like that. So you'll see all these different things coming up, and then it's just a matter of clicking into them and say, hey, that's something I'm interested in. I like that. The reason, if anybody out there wonders, I don't want any fantasy stuff because you can't. It's tough to beat fantasy football. Yeah. Like I said, you have too many bots out there and the professionals are cheating. I know people like it, but I don't want anything to do with it because I already know the inside of it. And I don't want any of that on this website. I want as level playing field as I could design for the consumer. And that's what I'm going to stick to. And that's my integrity of